Students are pretty scared of questions on escalators. Long back, I think it's almost 15 years back, there was the first time a question asked in CAT on escalators, sham and worm. That question was exactly similar to this, except the values were different. And suddenly, everyone started learning escalators. Not that there were many questions asked. Once in a while, a question was asked on escalators, and probably in the last 15 years, not more than 3-4 questions have been asked of escalators, right? So it's not a very tough topic. Nevertheless, a lot of students solve escalator questions using ideas of boats and stream. Escalator is a stream, river flowing, and the man is on it in either direction, so that becomes boats and stream setting. It's not a great way to solve. So we are going to today learn that and outgrow it and find a much better way. Now this question, the first time which was asked, is a very classic question. Even today, almost all the doubts that are asked on escalators or all the questions that float around are very similar to this. Okay, just the values keep differing, right? So let's see. Sonu walks up an ascending escalator and reaches the top taking 75 steps. Monu walks the same ascending and reaches the top taking 64 steps. The speeds of Sonu and Monu are given and find the number of steps. Very easy data, so on. So now what happens is, so we are talking about the Sonu, the steps that he takes, and there's an escalator. So the total number of steps, so a typical way could be, steps is the distance. So let this distance be d. Now when both are walking up in the ascending order, so the time taken is nothing but distance by speed. So the distance is the complete distance, and who is covering it? Both Sonu and escalator. So I need both speeds. So I'm taking Sonu's speed as 5x. Okay, and the escalator speed as y. So y is the escalator speed. Okay, now this is the time taken in which he would reach the top. Now if you notice this, we have taken the total distance and both speeds, right? What is important to realize is that Sonu is also walking, and Sonu is walking at his own pace, and the 75 is Sonu's distance. So 75 is also a distance covered by, but covered by whom? By only Sonu. So this is the time Sonu takes to cover 75 steps. And the only funda of escalators over here is the time in which Sonu covers 75 steps is the same as time taken to reach the top. This is the insight that we are bringing from our end, and this is what makes the question tough. So think of that escalator, students, as an automatic escalator. So as soon as you step on it, it starts moving, or else it stands still. So I say start, Sonu gets on the escalator, escalator also starts. And then Sonu is walking at his pace. Sonu is ignorant that the escalator is also moving. He is walking at his pace as if he is walking on the ground, and the moment he finishes 75 steps, he finds himself at the top, so stop. And in that same time, the escalator also stops. So hence the time that both are is the same, students, right? And now if you did this for Sonu, all you have to do is repeat it for Monu. So the same distance over here. Now Monu's speed is going to be 4x and escalator is going to be y, and this is Monu takes 64 steps at a speed of 4x. The time that he is walking is same as the time it takes for him to reach from bottom to the top. So that's about it, and thankfully the numbers are easy. So this cancels out with the 15, this cancels out with the 16, the dx, and here also you have a dx, too many variables. If you look, there are 3 variables dx, y, so obviously you can't find them. But so let's see dx and dx, so I'll equate them. So solve this the way you would want, students. Yeah, don't follow, don't read it, or don't use your own pen and pencil. 75x plus 15y is equal to 64x plus 16y. And so the y is left here, and this is your 11x. So obviously you can't get everything, but you got a relation. Y is 11x. Take that y as 11x and plug it in any of them. So I'll plug it in the first one. So d over y is 11 and 5 is 16x is equal to 15 by x. So the x and x cancels out, and I get d is equal to 240. So So that's my answer. So this is how the very bit of boats and streams used is this. That's it. Not a great way, students. I'm not getting too much idea over here, though I still try to make some logical sense in the time being same. The way is now the preferred is this Sonu, there's Monu, and we are only talking about them Sonu and Mono individuals. So chuck the escalator. It's directly given that the speeds of them are in the ratio 5:4. And these steps that are taken by them, not by anyone else. So that is nothing but distance, and the distance is 75 steps, and this one takes 64 steps. And if you know speed and distance, you can obviously find time. Okay, so again here I directly started by finding time. That also someone might say, how do I know? But if I go by this method, it's obvious. I'm just picking the data that is given there. Okay, and so the logic is next steps will automatically be decided. Time is nothing but distance by speed. So 75 by 15, 15 is to 60. So I know the time. Now the next step here is we have to jump from Sonu and Mono to the escalator. So the escalator in the case of Sonu and the escalator in the case of Mono. And what is important is this time we have to borrow over here also. So the time for which the escalators have been moving is also 15:16. That is what we are doing this logical bit. That the time that they are on the escalator walking is the time that takes to reach the top, and here I am saying that much time the escalator is also moving. And if you know that 15 and 16 is a time, it's the same escalator. Now it's not different. So the distance that is going to be there is going to be, escalator will take 15k steps. And he will take, in this case, escalator will take 16k steps, right? Now you can do some more things, but I'm giving an easy way. What we know now is the total distance, okay, the distance of the escalator, the D1 that we are talking here is Sonu took 75 and escalator took 15k, Mono took 64 and the escalator took 16k, and these are equal. Yeah, you could even do this in ratios, but it tends to get a little dicey. All we are saying is the difference of steps here, 11, will be the difference of steps here. Here he's taken 11 less, here escalator will take 11 more. You could even have done that way directly, 11 more. Okay, and so k is 11 and 11 into this. I'm just doing it this way. This way also, if you leave this, the k is equal to 11 you get. And now take k is 11 and plug it either here or here. And 11, this is 165, 170, 240 is the answer. So this is how you do it by the ratio way, right? So I'll do one more question out here, right? It's almost the same question, just to tell you that how easy it is actually. While speaking, it seems a lot, but if you would actually have done it this way, it would have been very, very short. You don't really need to write all this. You could just take 75 by 15, 15, 64 by 4, that is a 16, and then have done that thing, whatever you have in mind. 75 plus this and 64 plus this. That's it. You're not going to write all these frameworks, right? So see here, man walking up and up escalator, same, up and up escalator, both are together, take a total of 80 steps. Now when he walks down, so now the man is walking down on the same escalator, the escalator is going up, so just a tad bit different. He takes thrice as much time as to reach the bottom. Pause the video, see for yourself, go back, reflect on what we are doing, try to, separate out. Sonu, Monu, what is the case here? The man and the man. Oh, that itself should give you some clues or so on. So if I want to do it super fast, I'm going to say it's the same man walking. Try it, yeah, pause it, try it, and don't start watching it till the time you give it a complete try, or else the whole fun goes away in the solution. It's the same man walking. Okay, so the same man is walking, speed is going to be same. There's no Sonu and Mono. And the time taken is thrice. If the time taken is thrice, then the distance also will be 3 times because it's the same man. So in the first case, he takes 80 steps. In the second case, he is going to take 240 steps. It should be very confident, students. Oh, and now jump to the escalator. Oh, if the man is taking 3 times the time, the escalator or in the total time is also 3 times as much. Which two cases? Man walking up, man walking down. So, if the escalator also has thrice as much of time as to walk or turn, the escalator is also going to take thrice the steps. But here both are in sync. And here the man is going down and eventually the man overpowers the escalator. He reaches down. So the escalator is going to go in the opposite direction and therefore there's a minus. That's it. You would have to do just this much. You're not going to write that framework as I told you. If you would have done it, it would have been so simple. 4x here. This goes, there's 160. X is equal to 40. Plug x is equal to 40 either here or here, and the answer is there are 120 steps. As straight as that, students.